everybody? I am live right now. I'm doing laundry. Well, I'm doing my dad's laundry. And it's like today is the day before the GDP, the second GDP of 2025, yo, the results. And that's going to be like tomorrow. I hope it plays out the way that I want it to play out. And the way that I want it to play out is that we only have one negative quarter of GDP growth, because I want the second quarter to be positive. Because if it is positive, that's the second time I bitch slapped Donald J. Trump, because he did this shit, like sabotaging the economy once in his first term. And I fixed it, yo. We only had one negative quarter of GDP growth when Biden was in office. And that's a result of what Trump did. And that's a miracle, because a recession is considered 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. So if tomorrow it turns out that we had expansion, and based on my new formulas that I had started putting in motion in March of 2025, we would have a positive second quarter and third quarter. And it's like Trump is trying to break the system so bad, and it's not happening. And that's like history in the making. That is like E.J. Wiley's miracles, yo. And that took like hours upon hours and hours and hours and hours of studying all this economic stuff on YouTube just to make those results go in my favor, because he was doing a lot of destructive stuff. So, yo, what up? Kobe Sullivan, what's up? I'm making a video. Tomorrow's a big day, yo. I'm not sure if you into economics and like the stock market and the currency markets, but you got to look for the GDP results. And I'm about to, well, it's like a nail-biting day tomorrow. And what's going on is Donald Trump, he's not aware that I've been secretly fixing the damages that he's doing. So tomorrow, when the GDP results come in, that's going to be good if we have a positive GDP growth. Because Trump, as soon as he got into office, he was trying to crash the whole system with the tariffs. And then I canceled it out in March. So in March, I started telling people, listen, we're going to use last year's prices, which is 2024, Biden's last year, right, in office. So it's a Democratic, what is that? Another gate. So it's like you got, what is it? Watergate, Trump gate, Epstein gate. So we're going to have like great news if it's positive tomorrow, because we are not going to have 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. So it's not going to be considered a technical recession. Are you the shadow president? I'm a technician. I mean, that could be my nickname. Why not, you know? But while Trump was the president, I made him powerless. He's a powerless bitch. So the first time with the tariffs, everybody was, yeah, I'm going to celebrate, man. I think they released the GDP report at like 10 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to like do my video. I'm going to be jumping for joy if it's positive, because the next quarter it should be positive, because I canceled out the tariffs. So the first time he did it, in his first term, he cut the tax rate. So I told people, ignore that shit. We are using Obama's 2012 tax rates. and you want to donate 10% of the tax bill. So if your tax bill was like $4,000, you donate an extra $400. And what that did was it propped up the government and kept it stable. At the same time, we were using the prices. So prices started to fall. So when Trump initially started talking about putting it into effect during February of this year, I came up with a plan. And the plan was to basically use Biden's prices from last year, because I stabled the economy. Because if you look at Powell's, Powell was trying to bring down the inflation rate, right? So it went from 9% down to 2%. But all this, the Trump team people, they kept saying, yo, those numbers are a lie, blah, blah, blah. But the economy's comfortable. Like, a lot of people are comfortable. So when we brought it down, last year of 2024, while Biden was in office, if we use those prices as the discount price, right? Any price that Trump tax on with a tariff. So let's say it's the aluminum sector or the healthcare sector. He could put up the healthcare sector by 1,000%, and then the aluminum sector by 50% tariff, right? So if all the companies come together and say, yo, we can't print enough money, and that's going to make everything unstable. So we're going to use last year's prices as the discount price, and that's what we're going to trade each other with. So we're going to keep buying and selling, right? But the difference between the new price of Trump's, which is like an official value because he's the president, they're just going to write off the difference as a loss on their tax forms year over year until Trump dies. So all the goods right now, all the companies, they're going to keep buying and buying and buying. And next month, there's not going to be another compression because they kept on ordering goods. So that's how we canceled it out. And a lot of different sectors, they're just going to have different values to write off. And then we're going to get Trump out, and then we're going to get back to business, and we're going to start fixing the whole world. We're going to get back on the global agenda. Yo, my Roblox is something. Avoid. Yeah. So what up, y'all? Yeah, tomorrow's a big day for the GDP results. We got to wait and see if it's positive or negative. It should be positive. So I'm going with that one because I canceled out a lot of the damages that Trump did. So on top of the orders, like me canceling it out, it's like there's that one move. I forgot. It's like a wrestle move where it's like two people hit somebody at the same time. So check that. I don't know the name, but Trump's economic policies, a double whammy, is getting a double whammy. So because he was messing with the tariffs, a lot of companies pre-ordered goods sooner, like to save on the money. And then I also canceled out the tariff manipulation. So now that's the double whammy. So yeah, it's gonna be good news, hopefully tomorrow. ALR, yeah. Yep, hi. Yeah, Kobe Sullivan, hopefully, yep. So yeah, just my quick video. I can't wait for tomorrow morning, yo. And we're gonna see how it plays out. I'm pretty sure it's positive because Trump, he wants that he wants the negative news so he could report the negative so he could blame it on Biden. What vid? It's economic results. You got to check out economic indicators, and they basically publish economic performance. So yeah, that's gonna be I'm gonna make a video about it tomorrow. So yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's the good news, and yeah, that's all I got. Bye. See you around. See you tomorrow. I'm about to log off, y'all.